Hello everybody, this is Cary at my 530Z project. What I have here is on your right hand side is the old truck intake manifold off of a 5.3 liter junkyard motor. On the left hand side here, this is an ls6 or an ls1 intake manifold. In my case it's an ls6 intake manifold. And the reason I'm doing this video is I want to point out some of the differences between the two of them and some things that you need to be aware of if you're doing a 5.3, 4.8 or 6.0 conversion. This is going to be information you're going to need to know. Number one, there's quite a bit of difference in height on these. That's why everybody's going to them, so they'll fit underneath the engine compartment. You can see here quite a bit of difference. The reason for this video is, let me move this out of the way. On the ls6 and ls1 intake manifold, right here, this right here, that's your inlet for your fuel going into the motor. Let me pause this real quick. When this is installed on the engine, as you can see right here, this is your fuel inlet. Now I'm going to take the stock truck coil pack and stick it in place. Well, you can't do that because the coil interferes with the fuel line. So what you need to do is purchase an aftermarket fuel rail system, which will run you roughly $100 or more, depending on who you go with. That will replace the fuel rail here with a different crossover and different inlet so you can use your stock coil packs. The other issue is if you look at the inlet or the connectors on the ls6 fuel injectors, got a spaghetti of wires here, and the connectors off of a truck, if you're using the stock truck, they're not the same. This will not plug into there. I'm going to pause this. Okay. The stock harness for the truck is different than the injectors. They will not fit in there, will not crimp in there. You look at the little bitty holes that are on this versus the connectors on the fuel injectors for the ls6. So what you have to do is you have to take your fuel injectors off of your truck intake manifold and insert them into this intake manifold so you can use your stock wiring harness with the aftermarket fuel injection rail. This is not something I've seen on the internet. I thought I would make this point and let everybody know. I've got on order my fuel rail. The other issue is where this bolts down right here. I don't have it bolted down yet. The bolts off of your old truck intake manifold will not work, and you will have to buy another set of bolts to bolt that intake manifold down. That's also an additional cost. and time and shipping and everything else. So if you get this in and think you're just going to bolt it right up and get it going, nope. Order your parts ahead of time because you're going to need them.